That's amazing. The dogs. Is that even a real story? That's a fact. This is complete nonsense, Greg. Read a book. I guess you are kind of artistic. Incredible. What are you even talking about, man? Go for broke. I don't even know what that means. Let's get it going.
Let's get her going. Keep her going, baby.
All right, boy. This episode brought to you by us.
Barkology boys. The
We're
wolf
here.
pack. The dog pack, baby.
We are in it to win it, baby.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? I've been thinking, and I've been driving around all day, and Leah drove my car this morning. And what station?
Saying, dude?
What station do you think that she left on my car?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Dude.
Are you sick of it yet?
Nah, dude.
Oh, you love the Christmas beats?
I don't love the Christmas beats at all, but
Well,
they make Dee happy, so if she wants to listen to them, she can listen to them.
okay. I'm already just done with them because there's this weird thing where nobody accepts new Christmas songs. It's
Yo.
just the same shit from 40 years ago. We were playing an Elvis song earlier.
Taylor Swift just made one, bro.
Oh, really? Actually, Sia. You know Sia? I think she wears like a mask or she doesn't let you see her.
Nah, dude.
Phenomenal voice, but she has actually a pretty good one coming out. She has a very unique voice, or it's out. It's not coming out. But yeah, so I get in my car to go and grab our Christmas cards we made at
And
Walgreens.
you secretly had Christmas music
It was
on
just
because
the whole time. I wasn't really paying attention, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm going to throw on a podcast or something. Like, I can't listen to Christmas. It's just like, it's so, you hear the same 30 songs
over and over
for a
and over
month
again,
straight.
dude, yeah.
It's out of control, man.
Yeah, bro. I hear you.
Any updates regarding the poopy? Still alive?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Hasn't died. Leah, I think Leah.
What did I talk? Dude, I don't remember anything.
I think Leah's on her way out, man.
Dude, you say this all the time, bro.
I know.
She's got like another 5 years, bro. You're good.
I also think she's going to live forever. So,
This makes
I don't
no
know.
sense.
She's 8. Her face,
I don't know how your
her
brain's
face is
working right
getting
now.
her face is getting white though, man.
Yeah, she's got
That's
some
the first thing
time,
everybody
dude.
says. Everybody's like, "Oh, she's got the white face."
Yeah, dude.
That's the opposite of being
She's
racist.
got some grays, dude. Did I talk about pea snow cones?
Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah.
Sorry, it's been a week for me.
Oh,
My
I got-
brain is not on.
I got one. So the other day it was like 9:30 at night, and it was when we were getting some snow earlier in the week. So the snow's coming down, very scenic and beautiful, but the dogs are just going ham in the backyard. I mean,
yeah.
full blown
crazies,
zoomies, like barking, all that shit. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And I'd like open the door, and they both of them are up at the fence, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? I look over there, I don't see anything. I think maybe there's like a cat or a squirrel or something out there, and then finally they kept doing it. So I go outside. I bring my headlamp and a flashlight, and I go over, and just on the other side of our fence, our neighbors have a trampoline. So I'm looking on like the top of the trampoline with the lights.
Yeah.
And then I go under the trampoline through our fence, and like 6 inches from me is a 6 or 8 point buck underneath
dude.
their trampoline.
Bro, I've seen them walking around my neighborhood too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even kidding.
And we're like in the city.
I'm by a highway. Like,
Yeah,
this car's
yeah.
going 70 miles an hour, and this buck's like right there. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, so I look under there, though, and the thing wasn't scared. The dogs are barking at it, or it was, like, scared stiff, but the dogs are barking at it, and I'm shining the flashlight in this thing's eye, and I'm literally probably, no joke, like 2 feet away
Well,
from
dude,
it.
you shine a light in their eye, they don't move. They freeze. You
Oh,
know
yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
It's
I
called spotlighting.
yeah, it's illegal to hunt like
yeah.
that.
Come on, dude. You're a gun owner. You should know these
But
things.
it was wild, man. I was, like, right there. Like,
Yeah, dude.
If we didn't have, like, this small line of trees on their side of the fence, I could have, like, touched it. I was that close.
wild,
It was
dude.
so crazy.
They don't give a fuck.
And it was just chilling there, yeah.
I've got tracks right in my front lawn.
Oh, actually,
And why this is crazy for the pack here, the listeners, we don't live in the woods. We live in like suburban ass neighborhoods right outside of a city.
yeah.
And there's just 6 to 8 point bucks.
We're both
walking around.
we're both on the city line. We're like right outside the city line. It's crazy. But yeah, actually, I forgot if I told this before, but usually I check my Ring doorbell like in the morning just to see if there's any activity.
Dude, I got one of those.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
Well, Danelle's father gave it to us like a year ago. We just
Haven't.
She just told me like 2 months ago. Yo, we got one of those. I'm like, what the like? Why didn't you tell me?
Why did you hook it up?
I just found out, bro.
That's cool. We got the doorbell in the front and like the spotlight one in the back. So I always just look to see like what's going on. Like a month ago, we had
I kind of want that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I want it in the front.
Spotlight in the front.
Yeah.
All right. But a month or two ago, there was a guy actually going through the neighborhood, just a random guy opening up car doors, trying to steal change.
Oh yeah, dude. Danelle told me to tell you, and I never did.
What?
They like stole a bunch of shit from the house, like 2 houses down.
Yeah.
You know, you live like right next door to Danelle's like family friends.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them.
So they tried
There's
to
one
go
right there and one across the street.
They actually went through my neighbor Dennis's house, who owns Salinger's, or went through his car and just took all the change. And he has like nice Ray-Ban sunglasses
You got
and
some
stuff.
change?
Yeah, that's all the guy was going for.
Got
apparently.
change?
But he got to our house and I think he saw the Ring doorbell and didn't go in. Our cars were locked, but didn't go in.
Wow, dude.
But
get that shit.
But like a couple weeks ago, I can't remember if I told you. Again, it might have been the same buck. I don't know if this is his territory, but out of nowhere at like 3:30 in the morning, the buck walked right up our like steps, sat in front of the Ring doorbell camera for like 20 seconds, and then just walked away.
That's wild.
It was pretty crazy. It's cool. Those things are
doesn't
sweet.
give a fuck.
I heard that was the number one thing.
You should
or
get
one of the number one things that was sold for Cyber Monday.
Bucks?
No, yeah, they were selling
deer.
deer.
Ring
The Ring doorbell,
dude,
man.
I'm sorry, man. My brain. It's been a very rough week for me, bro.
Tighten up,
dude. I've just been so busy.
Well, you
had
a
a client die this week. Never a fun thing.
Don't you?
R.I.P. baby.
Don't you get paid? No.
What do you mean? Yeah, dude.
No, yeah.
What do you mean, dude?
Who cares?
What
He's dead.
fucking-
You don't care about him.
No, yes I do. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm around doctors
You're
all day.
terrible.
Dude, I am around heart
You're just
failure
around
specialists.
death.
Yeah, they're like, they deal with the sickest of the sick people, and they die all the time. The doctors
Well,
don't
I
care.
have some empathy, Scott.
All right,
You fucking psychopath.
they're making me
I'm watching you. Next thing you know, you're going to own turtles and shit.
no affect, man.
But yeah, dude, crazy week. Last night, we went to Danelle's work Christmas party
I bet that was fun.
in Geneva, dude.
Oh.
At the Bellhurst Castle.
Geneva, a.k.a. Dumpster Subs?
Yeah, dude, we played a bunch of games with dumpster subs. For those listeners, the pack who don't know what dumpster subs are, it's an inside joke, so you just don't know what it is.
I think we've talked about it before.
Have we?
I think so.
You basically, it's played in the town of Geneva, and what you do is you get a group of people together. Everyone jumps into the dumpster and tries to make a complete sub, and whoever wins gets to eat it.
Yeah. That's one of the, they do it all the
Geneva's
time.
a disgusting place.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Trash,
Parts of
disgusting
Geneva.
people. No,
It's
the whole thing is pretty
Beautiful
gross.
lake. It's so big. Beautiful water. There's a naval base on it at some area, but a lot of heroin overdose doses. Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
and a lot of they had 5 in one night the other night. Probably all the same
Ooh.
batch. But they also play dumpster subs. But how was it?
Good. Yeah, I'm sorry, my brain doesn't fucking work.
That's it?
But
Good?
yeah, dude. So we were pretty good, and I got a little drunk. We got back by 11, but then I had to work at I had to wake up at 4:20 in the morning.
That is so brutal.
Brutal, dude. And one of her coworkers, who we found a ride back with, not an Uber. I don't fucking know who even drove
A
us
car?
back, dude.
That's funny. It could have been a coworker at
Oh,
first,
yeah.
but it could have been an Uber too.
No idea. But one of our coworkers got way too trashed to drive home from our house, so she just slept on our bathroom floor and shit. Real life story, dude.
Oh yeah, so super drunk.
So started off in the bed, we have extra beds.
Yeah, guest room.
I mean, you want to sleep on the bathroom floor, it's cool, I guess. It's better than a fucking Days Inn, but I don't know, man. We got beds. Wakes up and just fucking starts knocking over candlesticks, and I'm like, motherfucker, I need to wake up in 3 hours.
Like the
And
show
here you
candles.
are fucking knocking everything over. Stumbles into the bathroom. I hear her just fucking fall down on the bathroom floor. I'm like, oh my God. What are you doing?
That's
and
funny.
Oliver's just not having it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
he's like,
just
what the fuck's going on?
I don't think he slept at all last night either, but
Probably not.
so yeah, then I worked 8 hours starting at fucking 5:30 in the morning. So that's my life, dude. So that's why my brain doesn't fucking work right now. But anyways,
you'll get it going, man.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, dude.
We got beds. We got beds, son.
Dude, like, we got a bed, yo. You can sleep in the bed.
She's knocking over like the show candles that they're just there.
Yeah, dude.
They're just there to look good. You know, you never light them. They're just there for show.
100%.
Knocking them over,
Dude,
breaking them.
she knocked over D's like jewelry. So there's just like rings and earrings and shit like everywhere. I hope Oliver didn't eat any of them.
Well, I'm gonna say she's
happened?
the worst.
Yeah, so right now I'm basically more caffeine than man.
Good.
I don't even have to walk places. I just kind of vibrate out of there. I'm watching TV, and next thing you know, I'm in the fucking neighbor's kitchen.
Okay,
How'd this happen?
Whoops.
Just fucking vibrating around.
Like Limitless when you're on too much of the Limitless drug. And
Now
it
we're
just
here,
starts
now
like
we're not.
teleporting.
Yeah.
And I'm here now. Whoops.
Yep, that's kind of... Yeah, what's going on
All right.
in my head.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, dude, it was good. I mean, I can't remember anything right now.
Okay.
But yeah,
Do you
it was
have
good.
any other word besides good?
Fantastic.
Oh, okay. Good. Phenomenal.
Amazing.
All right. Lee used to say phenomenal all the time.
Awestruck.
Awestruck. Wow, that's a pretty good
Awesome.
Thanksgiving. No, Lee used to say phenomenal as like her universal word for anything that's better than good. I used to make fun of her. I'm like, phenomenal? It was phenomenal? That really was
it?
phenomenal? Like, you look up the definition and you're like,
The most amazing thing that's ever
you're
happened
like, I don't think
in
that
your
qualifies.
life, in the history of people. Like, nah. Dude.
So good. What'd you do, though? I know you guys had it at your house, which is
Yeah.
probably pretty stressful.
Yeah. So a bunch of people came over to my house. I had to cook the turkey again, which is super stressful.
Turducken? Did you turducken?
No.
And then put the turkey in your own ass?
No.
So it's a turducken man?
What are you even saying right now?
You have a turkey.
God, you're
and then
disgusting,
listen. No, you put the turkey.
I know
you
what a
have the
turducken is, but
Oh,
you
okay.
said you put it in your own butt.
Yeah, I don't know how
Why are
you
you
do it over
putting
there.
birds in your butt, dude?
You tell me, man.
Oh my god,
That's your thing.
This is what I have to deal with. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, we did a lot of Thanksgiving stuff. Very thankful for a lot of things.
I'm thankful for being good and things are.
Yeah, dude, I'm thankful.
Good.
The turkey tasted real good, but I do, dude. I'm struggling, man. You're killing me, bro.
Well, thanks for asking. Yeah, we had a good Thanksgiving.
I didn't ask you.
It was super good.
You always do that.
I know. Well,
I never asked
I
you.
mean, you couldn't be more rude. But ours was fun. We went over to my brother-in-law Brad's fiance's family's house, and her dad, Ed. He's
Ed?
Yeah, Ed.
Go to bed, Ed?
Go to bed, Ed. Actually, funny story. I'll go through Thanksgiving and I'll finish with a funny story.
Dude,
but
you already lost me, bro.
He's one of these guys that is such a wine fanatic that he actually goes online and has like WebExes with his friends. And they sit there and they like have like a 15-person WebEx and they're like, oh yeah, no, this wine reminds me of leather and oak and it's delicious. And that's how much he loves wine. Every time we get there, he has like 5 or 6 decanters out, just full of wine, just breathing. And then another like 15 bottles of wine because he just wants you to try everything. So we get there, we have a good time, we drink a lot of wine, eat a lot of food, and then at the end of the night, Leah, being Leah, my wife, she's like, hey, you want to hang out for one more? After everybody leaves. Leah and I are the last ones there, so it's just Ed and Melissa, so Jill's parents, and Leah and I. Leah's like, let's have a nightcap. And Ed is like, he's on cloud 9. And all I could think of, we're having like legitimate like political and work conversations, just, hanging out. And
They all made no sense.
they were actually okay. They're okay.
No, they weren't.
In my mind, they're okay.
Barely can make
But
conversation.
all I could think about was go to bed, Ed. Because his name's Ed.
Yeah, it's time to go to bed.
But yeah, then the next day it was Brad's birthday, so Leah's brother's birthday.
Yeah, dude, I missed all those festivities.
Yep, you were in Buffalo. We did a bunch of fun activities down at Salinger's, and then went and watched some live music. And then the following day, we had a paddle tournament. Did I tell you about that?
I think so. Are you gonna tell it again?
Paddle. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the pack here. So paddle,
Do they
aka
care?
platform tennis. This is all I'm gonna say.
Dude, he's so dumb.
This is all I'm gonna say.
No one cares about.
It's like a
paddle,
country club sport, and I've never been a country club
the
guy.
worst.
But somebody said the other day, they're like, "This is the most like white middle affluent sport ever, because
100%.
like it's like miniature tennis outdoors in the winter. It's so with heated courts. It's just like the most ridiculous thing, but it was so much fun.
Yeah. Okay, cool story.
And then we did
Did you find $20?
I mean, I could one up the story by saying I found $20, but it wouldn't make a dent. Do you know?
Dude, I totally no.
Never mind.
Jesus,
I'm
dude.
all over the place.
I can't keep up with you right now.
But then we went and we bowled with the whole family, and then did a
I'm
gift
half
exchange.
a man right now. When is the story gonna end?
That was like a 1.5 minute story. I'm sorry your attention span can't handle that.
Oh my god, this fucking guy over here. You see what I deal with? I was gonna say something, then you just kept fucking talking, and now I forgot what I was gonna say.
Memory, not good.
I told you, man. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, bro. All right, I remember now. So working at the pool.
God, you are a pool boy.
Yeah, dude. So I show up. I've literally got two responsibilities. One's to wash towels.
And then
The washing machine's broken.
ooh, so you're just
Second
giving out
one.
old fashions.
Second one is make sure the pool is like safe to swim in. Tested both the pool and the hot tub. Both not safe at all.
How do you?
Real
What
bad.
are the regulations? Like, how do you figure out? if
Dude,
it's
I'm not
safe?
getting into that, dude. You just run some tests, bro.
Some tests.
Yeah, dude.
Do you just
Both not
Do you
safe.
throw more chlorine in?
But
You're
then
just
I
like,
went-
yeah, I'll clean it up.
Yeah, shit like that. But anyway, so I go. The hot tub is just ice cold. I'm like, well, I guess I just basically texted my manager and was like, yeah, dude, I'm not doing anything today.
Nobody's using the hot tub.
And then I went in like the pump room that like all like the shit runs through the pool and it's just flooding.
What the hell is going on over there?
Yeah, I was just like, I just sat in a chair and just took a nap. I was like, I'm done. Like, fuck this.
But is that actually your job, or is that like
Yeah,
the
dude, that's
maintenance
my whole
guys?
that's my whole job. That's like that, dude. I was just like, I'm done. Like, like I'll pour some chlorine in the pool, but like,
I thought this was somebody else's job. No, it's actually your
Yeah,
responsibility.
but like, I'm not dealing with like flooding rooms
it's a
and
pain in
shit.
the
I was
dick.
just done. I was just
That's
like,
a
nah,
pain in the
I'm
dick.
done. So, but anyways, that wasn't the story. It was like 15 minutes before my shift ends, and some guy comes in, and he's just like real real awkward, like finicky, like doesn't know how to act. Like he looks like he's up to like,
just a little
you know what I mean? Just
socially
like-
awkward,
yeah.
pragmatically a little weird.
But he's got like an army hat on. He's got big fucking black boots on. Yeah, dude.
Like waterproof,
Yeah.
like rain boot type.
No,
things?
just like hardcore ass like boot boots.
Oh,
like,
okay. Like
and-
steel toe black.
No, you're not steel toe, but
Oh.
yeah, but you know what I mean. Yeah,
I
big-
get what you're saying.
And he's like shirt off at this point, like pants are half undone. He's got like a towel around him, and I'm like, who the fuck? Like,
With the
where
hat and the boots
yeah,
on
dude,
still?
I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? First off, but anyways, so he's like oh, I'll buy water, yada yada, and he's like he's like, I don't. Anyways, so he's trying to buy water, and then he's telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm trying to work out this cold, and I'm like, great, dude, like I just fucking like touched something that you just touched. Like, why would you do that? But anyways, he just starts fucking like taking his clothes off and whatnot, and wrapping a towel around him. This dude is just walking around the pool in his fucking underwear.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure he's just a homeless guy.
Oh, he's
He's just bathing in the hot tub. That's not even fucking warm, bro.
oh my god, what a savage!
Dude, I looked at the clock and I was like, I got like 2 minutes left. Like,
You're like,
not
get me
my
the fuck-
problem.
yeah, let me check out of this
Fucking
thing. Oh
out.
my god,
so good luck to the person who took my shit.
that's the weird thing with hotels. You know, outside of like New York City or bigger cities where there's actually somebody
Like a
there.
doorman?
Yeah, there's kind of like a doorman there. I mean, most hotels you could just walk in and act like you have a room.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, what's up, guys? And then just keep going.
Yeah, this dude was homeless. 100%, man. But like,
He just strolled
yeah,
in.
dude. He's like, oh, hey, can you charge my like iPad? It was like one of those like touch like tablet things.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And I plug it in, and he's got like pops up with like a Marines like background.
he's
like
just
got the
he's a
Marine-
veteran or
yeah,
something.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
man.
thinking. But then like once you fucking just started walking around in his underwear. I was like, all right, bro.
Come on, man.
You can't be doing that.
You got to give him the code to the back door so he can get some more fucking bats in, dude.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I was just like, all right, man.
Slip him a little code, man. He can,
Like,
he can come in anytime.
You know what? You just go shower up, man. I don't give a shit.
Well, the place
We do it
has
all the time, dude.
the pool, though. The pool has an outdoor pool that you can swim under the glass to the indoor pool, right?
Yes.
You should just teach him how to get through
But
the
there's
little.
a
I know there's a
fucking
blocker.
wall, dude.
Teach him how to get through, man. He'll live in there.
Just make a tunnel for him.
Yeah, dude. Cut out a perfect circle.
Yeah, dude. He's probably fucking still sitting in the sauna right now.
He's never left, dude.
Yeah, he's an odd duck, but that was my day. Yeah, I was just like, what?
God, you have some
It
interesting.
was just like
times.
the first. It was like the last thing I had to do. I'm like, bro, I got like 5 minutes left. Like, why do you got to be doing this?
Hey, yo, camo hat with the underwear on and the boots. What are you doing here?
Sitting in the hot tub.
The cold. It's a cold
with his
tub,
hat
man.
on, dude. It wasn't even hot.
The
It was
cold
fucking
tub.
cold. He just turned the bubbles on.
Oh my god, dude! When I was younger, side note, and I'm sure every male that's listening to the podcast has somewhat done this to some degree. I used to like when I was like 12, 13, 14, like right when you figured out that your dick does something.
Dude,
I would always like sit in a hot tub,
everything's sexualized,
facing
dude.
out. Yeah, why not? Live your
Good
life,
Lord.
Greg. But I'd always sit the opposite way, so the jet would kind of like.
Dude,
you know,
I don't want
tickle
to
my
hear
dong.
this
Yeah,
fucking
all right, I'm just
story
saying,
right
I'm
now,
just
bro.
saying, man. No, but you did get some work done at work. Greg revamped
Oh yeah,
the Facebook page for
I
Barkology.
made the official Barkology podcast.
Yeah,
Facebook page. So hit us up on that. Follow us. Give us some likes and all that fun shit.
Yeah, and you can also listen to every episode on Facebook now as well, which is cool.
No, you can't.
Or well, you can click a link.
The link goes to. It takes you to Apple, but then you can click a link from there to go to the. I don't know.
Hell
dude. Just
yeah.
fucking go and like it.
Yeah, just
follow
listen,
that shit.
Listen. Linda. All right, so a couple more things I wanted to mention before we get into the stories. Leah and I just randomly made some doggy treats today.
Oh yeah,
We now are official dog treat bakers. If
that's
you're
what
wondering.
those were. I thought your cookies tasted a little funny.
Well, so Greg walks in to do the podcast today, and I handed him a bag with a couple treats in it, and they're kind of like they look like miniature sausage patties because
Yeah, they're not attractive looking.
You're supposed to. Well, the dogs don't give a fuck, but you're supposed to have like a dog bone cookie cutter.
Dude, they look like fucking pot cookies because they're sitting in this sketchy fucking bag right now.
They do,
It's like
they
it's
do.
like you had your old. I don't even
Those
know.
are actually edibles. I mean, Oliver's gonna be having a time
Tasty.
tonight. Yeah. No, but we made those. It's a lot of fun. It's super easy. I mean, you just use ingredients dogs can eat.
I kind of figured out how to. I don't know what.
Try to figure out what.
Nothing, dude. I'm
Whoa,
over it,
Greg
bro.
did something weird.
My brain just shut off for a second. I'm about to vibrate out of here.
Jeez,
There goes Greg. Fuck is he gonna end up now?
kill that.
No, dude. Fucking keep going, you.
You are out of control. You're not.
This is what you get.
So, all right.
You chose me.
Greg's not allowed to come on the show after he's been working since 4:30 anymore. All right, so for all you Rochesterians out there, went to the Genesee Brewery keg lighting last night. What?
I thought that was last weekend.
No, it was last night, man.
Oh my god,
Holy
dude.
Hey, take a moment. Hey, Greg, go sit in the corner, take a moment, collect yourself, come back.
Vibrate there and back, bro.
But Genesee Brewery, they're awesome. Jenny Light and Jenny Cream Ale and all of the Genesee beers, phenomenal.
Not a good beer.
Well, they're not great, but the brewery has a lot of history, and they actually, you know, when you're thinking about opening up other breweries in, you know, kind of medium-sized cities like Rochester, Genesee supports them. So it's almost like,
What?
yeah, it's not as
like
much
it
of a,
lifts them up
yeah, and it's
like
like
a three-legged stool.
I guess.
What do you mean supports?
No, they like they'll fund them a little bit to like open up their breweries and stuff because
Oh, dude.
they want the culture in Rochester to be, you know, craft beer, smaller breweries, all
Yeah,
that kind
bro.
of stuff. And Jenny has so much history that they're not necessarily, I don't think, afraid that they're going to be overtaken to some degree. But they do this thing every early December, where they build this mountain of kegs. I mean, there's probably 500 kegs in it, and they shape it like a tree.
It doesn't look like a tree, people.
It's like a triangle. It's like a triangle.
It's like a pyramid.
Yeah, it's a pyramid.
Pyramid of fucking kegs.
But they throw on like, $10,000 worth of LED lights, and then they just rip that thing all night. Yeah. And there's food trucks, and then you have the brewery with all the history in the basement and food up top and the bar, and then everybody's just out there in like 10-degree weather just chugging beers. They had a new beer though.
10-degree weather.
It's
cool. A Rochester fucking thing.
But they had a new beer, and it was I can't remember exactly what it was, but it had a cinnamon stick in it if you got a draft. You know what I did with that cinnamon stick? Fucking chucked it at somebody next to me.
Good job.
I was like, fuck this cinnamon stick.
Should have threw it right back at the bartender.
It was pretty good beer though. But that was a lot of fun.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, dude, beer culture here is actually pretty legit. Other half brewing from Brooklyn, I think.
Brooklyn with a D at the end.
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Brooklyn Zoo. What's up, Shaolin Monk?
Suwoo. No, that's West Coast.
Yeah, dude, I'm in the wrong city. I don't know.
Oh
bro.
yeah, no, you're way
Woo's
off.
not from there. But anyways, yeah, they're from Brooklyn, and they just opened a place somewhere in Rochester on like the outskirts of some shit. And I was like, why did you move here? And they go, well, we just analyzed the market in a bunch of different cities, and this one was like perfect. Mm-hmm. So they're here, and they have some dope ass beer.
It makes sense though, because however, I don't know how they do this survey or
I don't like what we're drinking right now, by the way.
Sam Adams cherry wheat. I love it.
It's disgusting, dude.
You can go fuck yourself.
Dude, you know what it tastes like? Hold on. I got to drink something.
It's a wheat beer. It's a wheat beer that has a little bit of cherry flavor. It's delicious. So you can go fall down some stairs.
It tastes like cherry candy.
Yeah, go play in traffic.
Dude, this is what you like bring. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. That, all right, you're done. You're done.
This is what like Chris Hansen lures fucking people in.
No, that's Four Locos and Xbox and big black dildos.
He's showing up with a fucking pack of condoms, some M&Ms, and a fucking 6-pack of cherry wheat.
And that's why I love it. No,
have a seat.
Why
don't you just have a seat? Why don't you just
those
have a
guys?
seat?
I can't believe that show's not on still.
Oh,
that was one of the best shows ever. I mean, it was out of control awesome.
Dude, one of the best parts was when the dudes would try and run, and you're just like, fuck them up, get them.
They got the whole like, fucking SWAT team outside. Oh, my God.
Dude, there was one episode, some guy fucking came back twice, dude. Same episode.
Oh, my God.
Like, how fucking stupid are you?
I think one of my favorite episodes, though, I may have said this in a past episode, but
nah.
Yeah, I think it was the same guy. Like, he got busted once, but they couldn't really,
I just said that,
No,
dude.
listen, this is a different story.
Were you listening to me?
First one was in a house, and he got busted, but I think he somehow got off. And then the next one, he was trying to meet an underage person at a McDonald's. And he gets in there, and they have the same, like, interaction, like, hey, what are you doing here? Come have a seat. And he was like, the guy had a list that you hadn't heard the guy talk the whole time, and he just goes, Sir, I was just trying to get something to eat.
That's a pretty good fucking alibi, though, bro.
It's so hilarious. The guy's voice is just so out of control, ridiculous. Sir, I'm just trying to get something to eat. It's so funny.
That's a fucking great alibi, though.
I mean, you're in a McDonald's. I mean, that's
how are they going to fucking dispute that? Like, I was getting number one.
They're like, sir, we have hundreds and hundreds of lines of you telling us that you're going to touch this child's butthole. And he's like, I just wanted a fucking Big Mac. I'm sorry.
Sir, you brought a dozen condoms and some Mike and Ikes, which we oh, these are just for later. Like,
some Mike and Ikes. You know what? Actually, Donald Glover, the Childish Gambino, rapper and actor.
I got nothing, dude.
You don't know who he is? Everybody else knows who he is. He, the first time I ever saw him was like E-Bombs World, the beginning of YouTube, probably like 20 years ago, and he was doing parodies of To Catch Predator.
Yeah, dude.
And it was hilarious. And he's coming in with like GameCube and like condoms and a 6-pack of beer in his backpack. And oh my God, it's so funny. Check it out. GameCube. That's like the poor man's Xbox. That's hilarious. I think that's all I got, man. You want to do some dog stories? No? What do you want to do?
My brain doesn't work, but yeah, we could do that.
I don't know if
we should just get into the episode.
Knows how to read, but he's trying.
My brain is not going to fucking work
today. He's trying to turn it
what are you
on.
Oh, God.
Do you want to start? You want me to start?
You go.
I shall go first. All right, so I have 2 stories today. They're a little bit shorter, but I think they're basically about some of the more badass dogs that have ever been known. So let's get into it.
It's debatable.
It is debatable. There's a lot of badass stories we tell, so let's see. And I printed this off in size font 4, so I can barely see it, but I'm going to get into it. All right, so the first story is about Luca. Definitely an Italian dog.
Bro, didn't we read this one already?
I don't think so.
Yeah, keep going.
If we did, I'm sorry, but I have 2, so I can...
Entertain me.
Entertain me. Are you not entertained? All right, so Luca, sometimes in order to really listen, it helps when you can't hear anything at all. That's the case with Luca, a deaf pit bull who was a gift as a therapy dog.
That's debatable, dude.
What?
Sorry.
Come on, man. I'm 2 sentences in.
Go.
Comes from what others might perceive as a disability. Luca, who was adopted as a puppy from a shelter, was trained by his owners, Brooke Slater and David Goldstein, to make constant eye contact so he could follow their signed commands. So they knew he was deaf as a puppy, but they would just, I don't know how you really... I guess you just train him, so he's always looking at you, basically.
Yeah, dude. Hand signals.
Hand signals. Hand signals. All right, so for the at-risk or disabled youths with whom Luca now interacts with...
Wait, are these people?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's interacting with, I don't know, mentally delayed dogs. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's 2019.
He doesn't give these kids a choice but to make eye contact. So he's just always staring at them because he walks right up to them and demands it. That's kind of what Utley does, but he just
grilling, dude. All dogs do that, man.
Well, as soon as you come into my house, Utley just sticks his nose in your
crotch?
dick or vagina. Yeah, he's all about it.
Dude, why you gotta use the words?
I'm just being specific. Luca, who inspired Slater and Goldstein to start Bruised Not Broken, a Facebook page devoted to pit bull rescue that was more than 100,000 followers, is also an ambassador. So he's the ambassador for that page. In quotes, we are part of a program that teaches empathy and compassion. When Luca walks in the room and they see a pit bull, kids hit the deck screaming, Slater said with a laugh.
Interesting.
Jesus. With a laugh. She's like, ha, ha. I picture it being like an evil laugh. Still in quotes. So the first lesson is no prejudice. Decide how you feel after spending time with him. This is the work he was born to do.
Not the best lesson, bro.
Well, yeah, I guess with pit bulls, they always make the argument, golden retrievers and other dogs may bite more often than pit bulls, statistically, but a lot of the times pit bulls just kill you. I mean, they kill
dude,
people.
I don't know if that's a bet. Don't judge a... bro, you gotta have some, street sense,
Yeah.
I mean, let's not go up to that fucking dog. I don't know. That's just...
what's crazy, too? After just reading
even
this...
people.
How... So...
you can't... the guy in the underwear. You can't just, stroll up to him thinking he's, a nice guy because he's...
Well, no, the point...
Next thing you know, he's walking around the pool in his underwear.
Well, the point with that one is don't judge him because he's in his underwear. He might be a nice guy. Don't judge him because he's got boots and a camo hat in his underwear at a pool.
What?
Yeah, opposite.
Okay.
All right, to wrap up this first story, Luca is a deaf pit bull whose gift as their therapy dog stems from what others might perceive as a disability. Even though Luca is deaf, he's learned to follow her owner's instructions by their special hand signals. So he's all about eye contact. I think that story was actually just written because it's relative today.
Is it?
Don't judge a book by its cover. I guess that's just one of the golden rules.
What was I gonna say? God damn it! I've said it about 100 times. No.
Nothing. I just watched Greg go from excited to tell a story to immediately defeated on his face.
So they say you're supposed to train your dog with hand signals because a lot of dogs will go deaf in their later years. So if they have a hand signal to relate to,
they can just relate it.
Yeah. When they go deaf, you're good.
One thing I wonder about Luca.
Did you do that with Leah?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
100%.
Don't lie to my face.
No, they also
You're lying right to my face.
Let me say one thing though. They also tell you that realistically, sometimes if you're training by hand signals for a dog like Utley,
Yeah.
who's a little bit slower, let's be
yeah.
honest. You know,
Hand signals are easier for them to learn, right?
but that's all they learn. So they learn from the hand signal, but then if you don't use the hand signal, just
Lost.
yeah,
Done.
nothing.
Done
Just
for.
brain shutdown. They have Greg brain. But what I was going to say is I think a majority of white pit bulls are deaf. I'm not sure. I could try to find a statistic on Google, but I know.
Is that real life? Or
That's real life.
making that
One
up?
of my ex-girlfriends had a white pit bull, completely deaf, and she told me, she was a lying whore, but she told me that most
Jesus.
white pit bulls are deaf. So I don't know if Luca was white or not.
I'm just thinking back to a lot of your exes. I'm calling bullshit on all of that, dude.
No matter who they are.
I'm like sitting here like, oh yeah, it sounds right. Like, wait a second.
So take that
God,
for what it is.
Don't listen. Oh my God. All
So
right.
I was thinking because we both have two shorter stories today, we could go back and forth. So do you want to read one?
Sure.
Get into it.
Where are my stories?
Oh, they're sitting in the printer.
Oh Jesus.
Get over there. Get over there.
Hold on, people.
But yeah, I don't know. It could be true, but actually, that dog, that same pit bull, so nice, similar to Luca in that he might look a little bit intimidating because he's jacked, but he's an absolute sweetheart, man. He was a lover. But one thing that they would do, they created him, which was great because that was his home, which is you're supposed to love your crate if you're a dog. But when he'd get out, he was so calm, literally come up and just like lay down in your lap, probably weighed 50 pounds. But when they turned the ceiling fan on, it was a high ceiling. It was probably 12 feet high. Mm-hmm. This dog would jump up and get within inches of the fan. It was the most athletic dog I've ever seen. He would jump 10 feet in the air.
Where was this dog?
My ex-girlfriend's dog.
Oh.
So he would just literally, he'd sit there and the fan would be on and he'd jump like 10 feet in the air and try to get the fan. And inches away. I mean, he could have been decapitated at any point.
I thought you were going to say damage the fan. You just went right to head chopped off.
Completely dead. All right, what's your first story?
All right, sir. S-A-U-R. How do you pronounce that?
S-A-U-R. Sour. Saur.
Sar.
Sour.
All right, this story is about Sar.
Okay.
In his Heimskringla, Snorri Sturluson.
What are you
That's
saying?
real life, dude. That's what it says.
Is that it?
I don't know.
That?
I don't even know.
Okay.
It makes it sound like a place, but it doesn't sound like... Okay,
Keep
anyways.
going. Yeah, we'll find out.
1179 to 1241.
Oh, yeah.
Setting some stages here, people.
Okay.
A long time ago. All right, so as the story goes, a minor king named Eystein invaded and conquered the region of Trondheim. Around the early 9th century, he needed someone to govern the land, so he let the people of Trondheim... Look up Trondheim real quick while I'm reading this.
Trondheim.
Choose between his trusted slave or his trusted Sar, so his dog. The people chose the dog, thinking that this would allow them the most freedom to govern themselves. However, when the dog king became into their lives, the locals discovered Sar was no ordinary dog. It is written that Sar was gifted with the wisdom and intelligence of 3 men.
I mean, doubtful, but
Ooh.
that'd be the smartest fucking dog alive.
So-
Most dogs are like what?
He looks pretty smart.
If you're from like a understanding of vocabulary standpoint, dogs are like what, 2 or 3 year olds? Understand
And-
like 100 commands, maybe max.
Yeah, I
This
don't
would be
know.
the
I'm just reading
smartest
the story,
fucking
bro.
dog ever.
But anyways, so he had the wisdom of 3 men. He could allegedly speak in human tongues after having barked twice.
Oh my god, I'm calling BS. Side note though, did you know Iceland's only like 800,000 people? And I did look up Trondheim.
Yeah.
And
So we're in Iceland?
It's beautiful.
Modern day Iceland.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
Oh,
but-
yeah, it says here the Icelandic chief. Okay.
So it's only like 800,000 people. But for you, what they do is, so your father's name, you would be...
Yeah, they go like last name first or some shit like that.
Yes. Well, it's weird for you because...
Wagner, son of Wagner, I'd be, or some shit like that.
No, because your name's Greg and your dad's name is Greg. You would be Greg's son.
Yeah, dude.
That's so
Fucking
weird.
dope, dude. That's old Viking shit, bro.
So I would be Scott Martinson.
Yeah.
Oh, God, my name sucks in
Yeah,
Iceland.
dude, mine's
I hate
weird.
this. All right, continue.
Yeah. The people of Trondheim treated Saur like royalty. They would carry him on their shoulders to keep his paws from getting dirty. And they would lavish him with gifts.
Okay.
What do you think they gifted him? I don't know.
Black dildos, GameCube.
Come on, man.
You're as smart as 3 men. You're playing GameCube.
Where'd the dildos come in? Dude, why are we even talking
catch a
about this?
predator.
It's disgusting. You're fucking disgusting. He was given a jeweled collar of gold and silver and the dog's bed that was fitted for a king. All right. Saur lived a pamperous life. But despite the royal treatment, Saur still had the dog in him. So wanting to protect his domain from danger, one day he went after a pack of wolves who were threatening a flock of sheep. The magical dog was no match for the pack of wolves and was sadly torn to shreds. I mean, bro, that's a good fucking king, dude. His people are getting attacked by wolves?
I know.
And he just says, I gotta help my people?
No, I get it.
You wouldn't do that.
I know.
That's a great
it's
fucking
prideful,
story,
though.
dude.
And then the wolves they proceeded to attack the entire village and
I don't know,
killed
man.
everyone.
I don't see Donald Trump going and fighting off wolves for his people.
I know.
Whoop!
but he's
Trump
not-
called out.
He's not dead, though. Right?
That's a good point.
If you're smarter than 3 men,
True.
According to
Why
what
wouldn't
it's-
you send
yeah.
like some men with some swords.
send
some swords.
Yeah. What was it? 9th century? What did they have back then? Stones?
What is it, 1127 or something?
Yeah. Well, I think when it started, it said 9th
Threw the
century.
papers on the ground. I have no idea.
What did they have back
I
then?
gotta
What
say
were the
that-
weapons?
Swords, dude. It was the Iron Age.
Say
Swords.
Swords.
Yo, swing a sword. What's wrong with that?
Swing a sword. Whiskey. Oh,
yeah,
man.
dude. They probably.
All right.
Why wouldn't you send a bunch of your boys out
Yeah, I
with
know.
a spear or something? With a long stick even, just poking wolves in the eye.
You are out of control.
I know, man.
All right. So that was the end of your story.
Yeah, dude. He
Continuing.
fucking got eaten by wolves.
Continuing the trend. Greg's story is all about death. Love it.
And you're up.
All right. So, in the spirit of Christmas, my story is about the dog who did not make the cut for Santa's sled dog. Sled deers. So
wait.
so-
he's got reindeer, not dogs.
I know, but he thought about having dogs.
I mean, dude, that's probably a good first choice.
Yeah, I mean, sled dogs.
And then he realized, like, oh, reindeer
I
can fly.
Did, I did arrive. You know what? Actually, I was listening to Christmas music today, and I got so bored of listening to to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and I just changed the word "nose" in my mind to penis.
Dude, what is wrong with your brain?
All right, so
Disgusting.
actually, let me know if you know this or not.
No.
but the story is about Chancer.
Chance the Rapper?
No, Chancer. But that's not one of Santa's reindeer.
Are you trying to say Prancer?
No,
right now?
that's what I'm saying. Chancer didn't quite make the cut, man.
Read on, man. I'm so confused.
If you can name all of Santa's reindeer right now, I'll give you $100.
Donner and Blitzen and Cupid and Dancer. Onyx and Zelda.
You were close. Why wouldn't you just say the ones that are for sure right?
Bro, I don't know.
Rudolph? I mean, he's definitely one of them.
yeah, dude. He doesn't really count.
Donner?
He was a made-up reindeer.
Donner,
He wasn't even-
Blitzen?
he's not even the real reindeer, dude.
You started in like the middle of the song. It threw me off. All right, so Chancer, the dog that didn't make Santa's sled reindeer. All right, so the story starts out. The joy a dog can find in comforting the stricken has transformed the Wag family, whose adopted son Iyal, Iyal, displays symptoms of fetal alcohol syndrome. Sorry, Iyal. I mean, clearly they were drunk when they named you. The teenager, who has had damage to his brain and central nervous system, experiences rages, delayed emotional growth, and sleepless nights, all of which were undergoing a family exhausted by a decade of around-the-clock care for him. But within 24 hours of being paired with Chancer, a golden retriever, the family lives were transformed. Sorry.
Idiot.
On the first night in their home, he crawled into Iyal's twin bed to sleep beside him. After years of nocturnal disruptions, the entire family finally slept until the sun came up. So
Until the sun comes up on a Santa Monica Boulevard.
I like it, Greg.
I got a feeling. Oh, sorry. All right, continue.
But
dude.
Chancer was kind of like that little heater nugget for Iyal. All right. Now, when Iyal has a temper tantrum, Chancer nestles next to him or lies on top of him to soothe him, and the rages don't escalate the way they used to, and they don't last as long, said Iyal's mother. Chancer also makes it easier for the family to enjoy their relationships with the teenager. So Iyal's a teenager. I have a child, in quotes, I have a child with a severe disability, but a huge kind heart and soul, and it's about making sure we have access to the heart and the soul, says his mother. Chancer helps us do that. Chancer is the first service-trained dog for people living with fetal alcohol syndrome. Service dogs can help children born with FAS to improve self-confidence and independence. That's interesting. There's no date on here or anything or time frame, but I got to assume it was a little while ago because I feel like...
Nah, dude, I'm guessing 90s, bro.
Yeah, okay. What, 30 years ago, Greg?
That's not that... Dude, I just told a story from 1120.
1120. No, that's cool though. I mean, you know what's interesting? They have dogs for everything now. I mean, they I don't know how this is possible, but
Not everything.
They've proven that dogs can somehow detect seizures for epileptic children. I have no idea how that works. I don't know if it's proven.
Debatable.
I'm making a claim, yeah. But
who's the one trainer we had on? That's Scott Marshall.
remind me of the conversations we had.
We had him on the podcast.
I understand.
But he was talking about training, and he was saying that he does not certify his dogs for seizure detection because that like one shot or whatever you miss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's him though. But I mean, even if you had a dog though, that 50% of the time, or even
there's got to be warning signs though, right? Like different levels of hormones or chemicals. So like, why wouldn't you?
It could be.
Why don't they have a little thing that you can just wear that like detects that? Can you stop having your phone ring?
Sorry,
we're in the middle of a podcast.
Yeah, no, I think that. I'm gonna look it up real quick because I think that.
But
the Epilepsy Foundation, which I'm gonna think is relatively.
Yo, hold up. What does this have to do with reindeer? Did you just make that up because it's Christmas time?
Yeah, and his name was Chancer. Doesn't Chancer sound like one of Santa's reindeer?
Dancer, dude.
No, it's Prancer. There's no Dancer.
Bro.
God, you weren't even close. Zelda? Are you fucking... Jeez.
Yeah, dude. You never heard of Zelda the reindeer?
Dogs can be trained as service animals for people with seizures. The law protects people's right to use service animals in public places. Service dogs can be trained in a variety of tasks. Okay, that's just in general. They are an alarm system. They are helpers, protectors, and service providers.
Dude. Did you know if a service dog runs up to you without its owner, it's because it's trying to get your help and something's wrong with the owner? Did you know?
That's awesome. I didn't know. I'd be like, hey, can I touch you? Because
you lost their dog.
Your vest says do not touch.
Yeah, so if a service dog runs up to you people,
now you know.
It's your call to action.
Timmy's in a well. Timmy's in a well. Yep. All right.
Or they're having a seizure.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. Wrap us up with this last story.
All right. This is about Harvey, the Civil War barking dog. All right. During the Civil War, it was not uncommon for soldiers to bring their dogs with them. Kind of fucking cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Do they do that still?
I would say probably not.
Like in Iraq?
No, I'd say unless you're...
Are we still in Iraq?
For sure. We're everywhere, bro. We are
My
everywhere.
brain's not working. All right. Daniel M. Stearns of Wellsville, Ohio, was one of them. All right. He and his dog Harvey, a bull terrier, became part of the 104th Ohio Voluntary Infantry Company F in 1862. Harvey, one of the 3 mascot dogs with the company, was the only one to serve the full 3 years of active duty with the unit.
The mascot dog? So he started out just being like a face man?
I don't know, man. I'm struggling to read this right now.
You're doing good.
All right. Cool.
Good.
Longer than most of the men. All right, anyways. During his time of service, he would bark at the enemy and was wounded at least twice when his company went into battle. The first time he was wounded, he was captured and returned the next day under a flag of truce. That's pretty cool.
Wait. What does that mean? Under a flag of truce? He was injured and captured, and then they returned him under a flag of truce. So does that mean they like gave up, or they were just like, "Hey, truce, we'll give you your dog back"?
Like, hold on, pause, truce. Like, let's not kill each other.
We all love dogs. We're just gonna bring him back.
I want to get your dog back.
Yeah. All right, that's
We're
pretty
all
cool.
dog lovers here.
Yeah.
No need to shoot each other for right now.
Okay.
All right. So the soldiers of F Company often wrote home about the dogs. Captain William Jordan wrote his children describing Harvey and Colonel as having the run of the regiment. The 2 dogs would sleep in whatever tent that best suited them for the night.
Oh, what a fucking slut.
Wow. Dude.
What a whore.
All right. So Jordan also wrote to his family. However, Teaser, the other canine mascot. So we've got 3 dogs in the story now. All right. Anyways, Teaser, the other canine mascot, ran after one of the company's pet squirrel.
What are you doing with squirrels in World War? I guess if you're like in the trenches, you're like in the trenches. You're like, oh, here's a squirrel, new best friend.
He was born to be a circus squirrel.
All right, so dogs.
Thinking of the Green Mile. He was born to be a circus mouse.
You're killing me right now.
All right, so he ran after
Okay, so
one of the
dog
company's pet squirrels, and how Harvey saved the rodent by picking it up in his mouth and bringing it out of harm's way.
Oh,
So we got one dog trying to eat the squirrel.
Harvey saved him, man.
And
Harvey's the man.
saving the squirrel, dude.
Okay.
Dude, this dog's badass. All right. Another letter written by Private Adam Weaver to his brother told about Harvey attending campfire sing-alongs. Harvey would sway from side to side and bark while the man sang.
Dude, picture like a cartoon dog fucking sitting in a
The story's
campfire.
real, dude.
I think they've stretched some of the facts.
Some of the truth. He
Yeah.
would sing with us.
He's
No.
swaying back and forth.
He's like tapping his foot.
Going down to Georgia. Going down. All right, finish the story.
This is the funniest story I've ever had. Some believe the dog was joining in the music, but according to Weaver, my idea is that the noise hurt his ears as it does mine.
It must have been terrible.
Terrible music.
They're playing like random like tree root strings that they. Yeah, I mean it doesn't sound good.
All right. Stearns was proud of his dog, and when promoted to second lieutenant in 1862, he had a special brass tag made to hang on the dog's collar and read, "I am Lieutenant D.M. Stearns' dog. Whose dog are you?" Question mark. Interesting. In 1865, Company F mustered out of the military when the Confederate Army surrendered. All right. After the war, the regiment had a portrait of Harvey painted so that they could display it at the reunions. Huh. And their favorite mascot's picture was on the badges of the men worn during social gatherings.
Wow, Harvey.
They united under the dog.
Harvey.
The dogs.
Dogs.
All right. Harvey survived his wounds, and it was believed he lived his remaining days with Stearns.
That's it?
So
And he didn't die. That might be the first story you told.
Well, he did die, dude.
I mean, he eventually died of old
But
age.
he didn't die. Dude, this dog is nuts.
That's awesome, though.
What kind of wounds do you think he had? Did he get shot?
I hope so. I mean, he almost seems like in a movie, if you're to make that into a movie, he's too nice to have been shot.
Can you imagine?
I think he rolled his ankle.
A modern movie, like Civil War movie about this dog. He's just like dodging bullets and shit, explosions going off. He's just taking gunshot wounds.
It'd be the worst movie.
Awesome.
I mean, it'd be fun to watch.
Let's make it.
It'd be a Netflix movie that you watch. They only put it on Netflix Sunday morning after you've been on a bender. Those are the only people that would watch it.
Those are the best movies.
Have you seen The Irishman yet?
I watched like an hour of it, realized it was 3.5 hours long, lost my attention, and said, I gotta pause this and watch it again.
Yeah, it's so long. It's
dude.
so long. Lee and I watched it.
I actually care about it.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot about the Teamsters and unions and all that crap. So it's like interesting to see where the Teamsters, Kennedy, and
from the
mafia
standpoint,
tie in. How much is true? How much is fake? We may never know.
I know. There's a lot of controversy around it, but Lee and I watched it the Sunday after Thanksgiving because it was out in theaters, in select theaters, I think, for like a week, and then they put it up on Netflix. But we watched it, and it took us we took like a 6-hour time frame, and we'd watch like an hour and a half, had a lunch, then watched another hour, and then did whatever, walked the dogs, and then finished it. But
how true do you think it is?
I don't know.
Like a 3.5 hour movie, there's got to be some truth behind it.
It's a phenomenal movie. I mean, Scorsese doesn't do bad by me. I mean, he always makes good movies, but at the same time, there's a lot of controversy about Frank Sheeran and is it Sheehan or Sheeran? Sheeran, right?
Dude, I don't know who you're talking about.
The main character. He wrote the book, but there's
On
a lot
what?
of the fucking movie, man. What are you talking about? So I think it was based on a book, but I think there's a lot of controversy that he was a guy that was a part of the mafia but didn't actually kill anybody really. He wasn't really like a hitman type guy.
Oh, the main character.
Yeah. And
Frank.
I just said that. I'm going to come across the table and fucking tackle
We got to
you.
wrap this up, dude.
Hang on.
About this stupid movie.
All right. Either way, there was one scene in particular that I did not like, and it was when, I don't know if this was a part of the first section that you've seen so far. It's a very small part, but did he go into the corner store and pull the guy out of the corner store because he pushed his daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when he's when Robert De Niro's kicking the guy on the street, get a body double or something, man. He goes,
oh, it was
it's
brutal,
filmed,
dude.
he looks like an
He's
80-year-old
100
man.
years
Yeah. I mean, he is. But it's dude, you could not do anything to this guy. Get a body double.
The kicks didn't even look like
It looks so fake.
But they could have shot it way better where they zoomed in on just his leg.
Oh, anything,
Not
yeah.
a full body shot. It was...
You can tell, too, when he grabs the guy, in the movie, he just does, one arm movement. He's like, "Bleh," and, yanks the guy, and the guy's head goes flying through the
guy's literally holding him up so he doesn't fall over. He's so fucking old.
How do we support De Niro while he's kicking my ass in the movie?
Yeah, dude, that's why I don't understand, because they're always like, oh, who are you, young feller? And he's 800 years old.
Oh, my God.
I can't keep up with it. How old is he?
He's got to be 75, I think.
Right.
He's
but in the movie,
he's supposed
in the start of the movie, he probably plays
he's supposed to be 20.
like a 20-year-old.
25, yeah.
He's 100 years old.
Even they did CGI on all of them, there's a lot of
Did they?
Yeah,
it's
to
even
make
that
them
bad,
younger.
dude?
Yeah, so it's they're doing that weird spot technology where it CGI's their face and stuff.
You
And
lost
you
me,
still
bro.
look 40 or 50 at least. But yeah, either way. All right, you want to wrap this bitch up?
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
All right, Greg, I love you. Follow us everywhere. Go to the revamped Facebook page at Barkology Podcast, Instagram, Barkology Podcast. Listen everywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple, Podbean, Stitcher, wherever you want to listen. Spotify. We love you guys. Barkology Podcast. We are out. Wag More.
Bark less, baby.
Beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop.